With the main championship matches for WrestleMania 42 largely falling into place, attention is now shifting to the rest of the card as WWE builds toward what it proudly calls the Showcase of the Immortals. While several marquee bouts have already been teased or confirmed, one championship situation remains clouded in uncertainty. That title belongs to Dominik Mysterio, the reigning Intercontinental Champion, whose reign has been unusually quiet in recent months. Mysterio has not defended the Intercontinental Championship since Survivor Series, largely due to injury-related circumstances that temporarily sidelined him. The lack of defenses has created speculation about his direction heading into WrestleMania season. Traditionally, the Intercontinental Championship plays a crucial role at WrestleMania, often delivering one of the most technically compelling matches of the night. With time ticking down, fans are wondering who will step up to challenge Mysterio on the grandest stage. According to veteran journalist Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, WWE may finally be ready to pull the trigger on a long-anticipated internal clash within the Judgment Day. Meltzer revealed that a singles match between Mysterio and his stablemate Finn Balor had originally been scheduled months ago. That bout, he explained, was tentatively set for last year's SummerSlam, but was ultimately postponed. The reasoning behind the delay appears strategic rather than accidental. Meltzer suggested that the Judgment Day faction was performing so well as a cohesive unit that WWE management opted not to rush a split. The group's chemistry, storyline relevance, and consistent crowd reactions made them one of the company's most valuable acts. Breaking them apart too quickly could have disrupted that momentum. Instead, creative chose patience, allowing the seeds of tension to simmer quietly in the background. Balor's trajectory over the past year adds further intrigue. Although he was not featured in a marquee match at the first-ever two-night SummerSlam, his stablemates remained active. On night one, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez lost the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships to Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. The following night, Mysterio successfully defended his Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles in a high-profile bout that further cemented his credibility as champion. That successful defense against Styles was significant. Styles is widely regarded as one of the most accomplished in-ring performers of his generation, and Mysterio's victory demonstrated growth and confidence. Yet even in triumph, subtle tensions within the Judgment Day were noticeable to attentive viewers. Balor, once the unquestioned leader of the faction, appeared increasingly sidelined as Mysterio's profile rose. The situation escalated at the 2026 Elimination Chamber event. Balor earned an opportunity to compete for CM Punk's World Heavyweight Championship, but came up short. Notably, he fought the match without interference from Mysterio or fellow stablemate JD McDonough. In a departure from the Judgment Day's usual tactics, Balor accepted defeat, with dignity shaking hands with Punk before exiting the ring. That moment stood out. It suggested introspection, perhaps even a subtle shift in allegiance or philosophy. The absence of interference raised questions about loyalty within the faction. Historically, the Judgment Day has thrived on unity and collective dominance. If Balor did not receive support during one of the most critical matches of his career, what does that imply about his standing within the group? Conversely, was the lack of interference a sign that Balor himself wished to prove something independently? Meanwhile, Mysterio's Intercontinental Championship reign has continued in relative silence. Injuries may have limited his in-ring appearances, but WrestleMania season demands clarity. The Intercontinental Championship has long been viewed as a stepping stone to world title contention, and its WrestleMania defense often elevates both champion and challenger. A match against Balor would carry layered storytelling potential: mentor versus protégé, leader versus rising star, loyalty versus ambition. From a narrative standpoint, the implosion of the Judgment Day feels inevitable. Factions in WWE rarely remain intact indefinitely. Internal power struggles, shifting priorities, and individual aspirations often lead to dramatic splits. In this case, Balor and Mysterio represent contrasting trajectories. Balor, a seasoned veteran and former world champion, may sense his window narrowing. Mysterio, younger and increasingly confident, embodies the future. The dynamic between them has always been complex. Balor played a pivotal role in recruiting and mentoring Mysterio within the Judgment Day. Their alliance strengthened Mysterio's heel persona and propelled him toward championship gold. Yet as Mysterio's star has risen, the balance of power appears to have shifted. A WrestleMania showdown would symbolize a changing of the guard. There is also the broader context of WrestleMania 42's card construction. With major world title matches largely set, WWE needs compelling secondary programs to maintain momentum across both nights. An emotionally charged Intercontinental Championship match could serve as a cornerstone attraction. The personal history between Balor and Mysterio provides a ready-made narrative that requires minimal exposition. Fans have long speculated about the timing of the Judgment Day's eventual fracture. Meltzer's report that the match had been scheduled previously indicates that creative has been planting seeds for months. Delaying the split may have amplified anticipation. Sometimes, patience enhances payoff. If the implosion occurs under the bright lights of WrestleMania, the emotional impact could be substantial. Balor's recent handshake with CM Punk may also foreshadow a character evolution. It hinted at respect, sportsmanship, and perhaps a desire to redefine himself beyond factional identity. If Balor seeks redemption or independence, confronting Mysterio could be both personal and symbolic. For Mysterio, defending his championship against his former ally would test his maturity and resilience. In professional wrestling, timing is everything. The months leading to WrestleMania often reshape narratives in dramatic fashion. Injuries, shifting alliances, and unexpected results can alter plans. Yet the potential clash between Balor and Mysterio feels organic. It aligns with long-term storytelling threads and capitalizes on existing tension. As the road to WrestleMania continues, signs of fracture may become more visible. Subtle glances, miscommunications, or backstage confrontations could escalate into open hostility. Alternatively, a sudden betrayal could ignite the feud instantly. WWE has multiple avenues to execute the split effectively. Regardless of how it unfolds, the prospect of Balor challenging Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship injects fresh intrigue into WrestleMania 42's evolving card. It promises technical excellence, emotional storytelling, and significant consequences for the Judgment Day's future. Whether the faction implodes entirely or merely reshapes itself, change appears imminent. For now, speculation reigns. Will Balor step forward as the challenger? Will Mysterio's injury status fully clear in time for a high-caliber defense? And will the Judgment Day survive the season intact? As the showcase of the Immortals approaches, one thing seems certain. The Intercontinental Championship picture is poised to become one of the most compelling narratives on the road to WrestleMania 42.